I hope you are well. I am just going to leave the decorations from my son's first birthday out as long as possible until the air no longer is in the balloons and the tape isn't sticky anymore. It was such a sweet celebration, such a huge milestone, and just incredibly grateful for it all. So we're kind of getting organized, getting in our groove as we start a new week. Palmer's ready to take a nap. He's a little spent from all the celebrating himself. So once he wakes up from his nap, I actually want to go through his closet and just kind of sort through the clothes I want to keep and the clothes I want to give away. I haven't done that in a while, and I want to take a little field trip to the thrift store after I do that. Probably should do that in the playroom as well. And then our really good friends just opened up their second location coffee shop, so I want to go check that out. Deeply Coffee, it's the best. And so we'll go run some errands, and then we have some work to do in the garden. I actually ordered another trellis for our pumpkin vine because the other one is already full. These vines are insane. It's really exciting because we actually saw the first flower for the pumpkin vine this morning too. So hopeful that we will have pumpkins eventually. They need the male and female flower to pollinate, so I think that's the next step. So we have that on our list. Want to kind of also work on some recipes to fuel us up for the week. I have a lentil recipe I've been wanting to make, and that'd be great to just kind of prep and have for quick little lunch and grab and go. And then tonight, I don't know what I want to make, but we have time to figure that out. All the stuff I'm keeping in a compression bag, which thankfully I haven't had to close yet. I'm trying to be mindful with what we do save and, you know, what I can get very sentimental. So just trying to be intentional with it. The shirt we got for him on our baby moon in Italy. He actually wore it in Italy too, which was a full circle moment. We are back home just in time because we have quite the storm rolling in, a little afternoon thunderstorm. I picked up some clothes from the thrift store for our son. It's such a hodgepodge little haul, but we went to UF, the University of Florida, and he doesn't have any gator gear yet, so naturally this felt right. And then this little vest was so cute. It has a little eagle on it. It's from American Living. I've never heard of that brand before, but it seemed like kind of vintagey and cute. Also this pair of camo Levi's with the tag on. Ooh, do you hear that thunder? Ah. So grabbed those, super cute. And then a couple tees. This little Old Navy tee I thought was cute with the beach scene. And then this little, it's not really a tee, it's kind of I guess just a fun shirt with little buttons on the side and some waves. So we did that, and our matcha was delicious. I am not a matcha girl typically, but Deeply has this blueberry matcha and it's delightful. So we got that, and now I'm gonna fix myself a little snack and probably just hang out for a little bit, get some computer work done. Oh, and I have thank you notes to work on from the birthday party. Oh, a butterfly's hiding under the leaf. A butterfly just flew under the big sunflower leaf to get shelter.
That's brilliant.
Weather is making me sleepy. I just want to cozy up with some tea, read a book, or watch something, which by the way, I don't have any show that I'm into right now. So if you have any recommendations for a show you would think I would like, I would love some recommendations because I feel like I don't have anything when I want to just relax. I'm just kind of like twiddling my fingers, but I'm going to enjoy this popcorn, get some work done, write some thank you cards, and I think I'm just gonna do lentils for dinner. That sounds really yummy. I know I have a recipe saved, but I'm wondering if it's a cold like lentil salad. I feel like this weather calls for something warm, but it is summertime, so we'll see. But I wanted to thank Squarespace for sponsoring this portion of today's video. I love Squarespace. I've shared them time and time again, and I will keep sharing and shouting from the rooftops in case you are in the market for a website for your business or personal brand. They are an incredible platform and place to build your own site and little corner of the internet, if you will. I've had my website for about a decade now, which is really insane to say. I started it right my freshman year of college and absolutely have loved to just customize it and have it evolve with me throughout the years. So they're always innovating and making sure they are adding really helpful features and evolving with the space. I really appreciate their integrated SEO tools, which means that every website is optimized to be indexed with meta descriptions, auto-generated sitemap, and more. And what this essentially means is that your website will show up more often on search engines and bring in more of your ideal audience or customers. So that's really helpful because a lot of that just feels over my head. So I appreciate that they handle that for me. And then you also can purchase your website domain through Squarespace domains, which is just nice to streamline everything. So that's what I did. And they also can help you sell custom merch or digital physical products. They really do have so many different resources to help you, again, build your dream website. So if you're interested in checking out Squarespace for yourself, you can head to squarespace.com for a free trial. And when you're ready to launch, go to squarespace.com/AllisonBickerstaff to save 10% on your first purchase of a website or a domain. I recently did update my website, and in the lifestyle section, I added a bunch of pictures of some of our favorite family recipes. So if you're ever in the market or want some recipe inspo, hopefully that's helpful. Oh my goodness, it's so windy. Wow, 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 wow. I'm thankful to be cozy inside. Here's our little lentil salad. The recipe called for tomatoes, but I used all of our tomatoes yesterday. But I also added garbanzo beans. Extra protein. Hello, it hasn't been that noteworthy of a day. Also, I'm wearing the same outfit as yesterday because that's just how it goes. I feel like most weeks I wear the same outfit multiple days, especially if it's comfy and cute like this. But anyways, not too noteworthy of a day so far. We went to go get coffee with some friends this morning, went on a walk, which was nice. I've just been hanging out, doing things around the house. I've been editing at nap time. We're having a little kiwi snack right now. Delicious. And I'm actually gonna try to add a little color to our day actually, because it's been gloomy. Ever since it started raining yesterday, it's just been drizzly and gloomy. So we're gonna brighten up the day a little bit, and I'm gonna try to make a layered smoothie, rainbow smoothie in a jar. I was cutting watermelon earlier today and I was like, wait, this would be so cute. I was trying to think of a fun drink idea because Liz and I are gonna go on a walk this evening, and I wanted to bring a fun drink that we can sip on. So I was brainstorming something with watermelon, and then I was like, what if I did a layered smoothie in our little jars that we used for our lattes? Let me show you. I already put some watermelon in the jars just because I was cutting it, so I wanted to allocate some for the smoothies. So I'm thinking I can do the red watermelon on the bottom, do something green with the kiwi, maybe some kiwi, banana, even spinach I could use green, which sounds crazy, but when you add spinach into smoothies, you can mask it with orange juice, which I have orange juice. I could do something with orange juice too. So I'm still brainstorming, but I'm gonna get out the blender and play around. Tonight, I just had an idea for our bottom layer. Since I love the taste of it, I'm gonna keep it as is. I'm even going to add a little bit more watermelon for the color, and then I'm gonna put chia seeds at the bottom, and that'll make sure it's nice and thick. I didn't have as much time to let the greens sit, so it's barely frozen, so I'm a little nervous. But time is of the essence, so we're just gonna give it a shot. This layer is blue spirulina, blueberries, and some blackberry. Oh, and some orange juice to make it liquidy. Fun for summertime. nice morning so far. I had some technical difficulties with the vlog that I was posting today though. I uploaded it 3 times. The 3rd time was the charm, but the first time I was uploading and uploading, it was taking forever and it just kind of got stuck uploading, which happens every so often, like once in a blue moon. And then I was uploading it again and I published it. And I always try to remember to check that all of my audio tracks went smooth and were working, because occasionally, again, once in a blue moon, like one of the audio track links or something will be broken and the song won't be attached to the video anymore. And sure enough, as soon as I publish it, I'm like, oh, I forgot to check. And then I pull it into my editing software to check, and one of the songs wasn't working. So then I deleted it and then re-edited it a little bit to add the song, and then uploaded it again, and now it is live. So that just, you know, was a lengthy little process, but anywho, it's been a nice morning besides little technical difficulties. I was feeling ambitious about putting together my second trellis for our pumpkin vine, but I'm just gonna move that to a different day. It doesn't have to happen today. I do want to try to do it tomorrow because, again, that pumpkin vine is just growing and growing and growing. Speaking of gardening things, I pulled out my gardener's organizer because I haven't made notes in quite some time, and we're getting very close to fall planting. Here in Florida, I plant a lot of my fall crops and florals in August, so we're very close. My zinnias, I'm treasuring them because they're on their way out. I mean, they're still, some of them are looking nice, but this time of year they just start to get a little expired, even though they have that fresh growth. And I do like to kind of redo everything for fall time, so fingers crossed we'll have a nice fall season. Last year was a little rough with the hurricanes, but hoping for the best. That's all we can do. So I'm gonna do a bunch of sunflowers, and then hopefully our pumpkins will come into fruition literally and bear fruit. And what else? Our sweet potatoes I probably will harvest in late September or early October. And something I'm very excited to grow is dinosaur kale. Something about my husband, he loves kale. He has a kale salad every single night. He started eating it because he knows it's healthy, but now he actually genuinely loves it. So that kale, I like it too, but I like regular lettuce more than kale. It's so rough, but I'm gonna plant dinosaur kale and hopefully have a kale tree. If you're not familiar with dinosaur kale, it's so neat because it genuinely grows into, like, it looks like a tree, and it's called dinosaur kale because it's so big, and you know, the look of the kale leaves looks kind of rough, like a dinosaur skin. So I'm excited to plant that. I really don't have a great spot for it. I think it's gonna be a little cramped, but I think I'm gonna put it by the herbs because my ideal spot for it would be in our sweet potato bed, but I want to give those more time to grow. So that's kind of what we are working with, but I'm gonna go ahead and end the vlog here so I can edit it and get it up for you all. Thank you guys so much for watching. I really hope that you and yours are well, and I'm excited to see you next. Bye!